Dell Inc., born 25 years ago in a university dormitory room, today is a $100 billion company, and its founder, the IT industry's most celebrated college dropouts. But building a profitable business was not enough. In 1999, Michael and Susan Dell set up a foundation with a personal contribution of $1 billion and a mission to transform the lives of children in urban poverty in the US, South Africa and India. 30% of India's 400 million children live in extreme poverty without access to basics like clean water, sanitation and India's latest fundamental right on offer, education. Of India's slum children who do make it to school, 50% at the 3rd standard level cannot write or comprehend what they read. In the last 5 years in India, the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation has worked to make a difference to their lives.
Internationally, our primary investment focus is on India, where more than 20% or 400 million of the world's children live. Our initiatives focus on improving the quality of primary education and literacy rates, providing opportunities for developing life skills, supporting solutions to basic health needs, and improving the financial potential of poor urban families, leading to better lives for them and for their children.
In the education space, the Foundation's approach has been two-pronged. One, working with not-for-profit organizations like Nandi and Gyanshala to create viable low-cost alternatives to government schools, and a curriculum that makes a measurable difference to learning levels.
जब से मेरा बच्चा ये क्लास में आने लगा है तो वो नांदी में जो पोएट्री वगैरह उनको बताते हैं ना, वो दिन भर बोलता रहता है। मम्मी को अभी सुबह उठकर गुड मॉर्निंग वगैरह विश करता है। पहले इतने बात नहीं करती थी, लेकिन अभी बात करती है। और हिंदी वर्ड्स में उसके हिंदी में बोलते समय वो कुछ इंग्लिश शब्द का भी प्रयोग करती है।
The second strategy to make a quantifiable difference has been supporting programs that provide employment-oriented education to young adults. One of the other aspects that you are also looking at is livelihood enhancement, and you're working very closely with the Dr. Reddy Foundation to actually be able to take that forward. What has that experience actually been like, working with another foundation in that sense?
Yeah, it's been very good. The work that we do in vocational training with Dr. Reddy's Foundation, for example, and others, is again going back to our main mission, which is that until the outcomes of children really improve, it's very hard to say that our work is effective. So we looked at the situation and we said, more than 50% of children who graduate from schools in India are unemployable. They're just not set up for the marketplace. And unless there is some way of providing them the skills to work in the modern marketplace, there is no way these kids can ever catch up and be and participate in India's growth. Therefore, the whole focus on vocational training. One of the distinctive features about working with Dr. Reddy's Foundation, which is an operating foundation, very different from ours, which is not an operating foundation, is that they had the values that we really wanted. And the values we wanted were that the focus was on actual job placement and tracking the children after they got placed as opposed to training. So training was an important activity. We weren't focused so much on how many people got trained. We said, look, we want to help you if you focus on how many got placed.
22-year-old Arvind is today employed and confident about his future. But this was not the case a few months ago when he was saddled with multiple rejection letters, no skills to call upon and a wife and a child to take care of. But fortune turned when, on the insistence of a friend, he joined the Livelihoods Advancement Business School or LABS in Tilak Nagar, run by the Dr. Reddy's Foundation, a partner of the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation. Today he's back in the hospitality class from which he passed out a couple of months back to share his experiences with others.
जब मैं यहाँ पे पहली बार लैब्स में आया था, उस समय पे मैं इंग्लिश बहुत कम जानता था। यहाँ से मेरे को इंग्लिश में काफ़ी ज़्यादा सुधार हुआ है मेरी, और यहाँ पे जो हॉस्पिटैलिटी की क्लास में जो सिखाया जाता था, उससे मैं वहाँ पे काफ़ी कुछ ज़्यादा सीखा हूँ। जैसे कि यहाँ पे हाउसकीपिंग का भी काम करवाते हैं, ब्रूम्स और मॉप्स वगैरह लगवाते हैं कभी कभी, तो वो उसके लिए भी हमें वहाँ पे काम करना पड़ता है और सर्विस के लिए भी हमें तैयार रहना पड़ता है.
Like Arvind, Jasmeet too is back in her lab's classroom. She is today a salesperson in an electronics retail chain and is today sharing how she goes about her day.
2GB और 4GB आते हैं.
Even the facilitators are drawn from industry to ensure training is market oriented. Anupam Mishra, a former client servicing executive with a financial services company, is taking this class on the art of personal selling.
जो हमारे सेशन जो कम्युनिकेशन का जो सेशन चलता है उसमें ग्रुप डिस्कशन हो गया, उनको पर्सनल इंटरव्यू कैसे देते हैं वो सिखाते हैं. फिर से जीडी कराना, न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग कराते हैं. उसके अलावा इंटरेक्शन सेशन कराते हैं. उनके मतलब हमसे इंटरेक्शन होता है, बच्चों से होता है, तो उनसे कॉन्फिडेंस उनका बिल्डअप होता है.
The Dr. Reddy's Foundation runs an active alumni service cell. Students who pass out of this vocational training school are encouraged to come back and interact with their teachers.
Dell Foundation is not a typical donor, as you know some of the partners that we work with are. Dell Foundation actually gets into the activities, understands the activities, helps you redesign some of the activities, and then on a consistent basis continue to interact with you to make the program more meaningful. And all said and done, they have access to some of the best practices in the sector. They can draw from their international experience. And I think we, all of us who are partnering with Dell are beneficiary of all these inputs.
The lab's process begins with mapping interests and identifying appropriate courses for the youth who are mostly high school dropouts. Every student must compulsorily go through the Computer and Communicative English course before labs finds them an entry-level job with the corporate house it is tied up with.
Dell supports us not only through funds but also very frequently visiting some of these centers, sharing with us, what probably more could be done, what new directions are probably opening up. And then the top management from Dell Foundation and DRF sit together every quarter and we look at issues which are coming up, we look at opportunities which are emerging. For example, present focus, a good focus is presently on sustainability of the program. How is it that we make the program more sustainable? Can we ask the employers to probably contribute towards the cost of the training? Can we also ask at least some of the youth to contribute towards a part of the training? So all these things we jointly work on, and I think we made a good progress on all these issues.
We seek out NGOs, nonprofits, and organizations that have an eye towards strong results so we can all work together towards the same goals.